Okay, we're recording. Okay, we're recording. Now we're finna go live.
Okay.
Tell me.
I ain't want them to see my the hallway and all that. So I'm trying to
Let me see.
my eyes already messed up. My glasses.
Here we go. I add a title later. Hold on. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, work. They always do this. Hey y'all, it's your girl Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com, CelebrityStyleHairs.com. I coming to you live for Woman Winning Wednesday. Woman Winning Wednesday is brought to you tonight. Let me just tell you, I have one of my sisters named Tina Bennett with Infinity Bedazzles by Tina Marie. You guys, so go to her website, support her business. She is our Woman Winning Wednesday Sister of the Week. So she is, I'm going to tell you, amazing. She supports everything that anyone does. So go support her business and show her some love tonight. Tonight, I have my girls on. I'm waiting on another guest to come on, but I have my girl Sharnetta on. Sharnetta, tell them who you are. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to get into this.
Oh, well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am Sharnetta Bennett, also known as Purpose Coach Sean. I am an author, a motivational speaker, and an entrepreneur of many amazing things. I'm all about purpose. I love purpose. That's my main focus is helping women to discover their purpose if they don't know their purpose, and if they do know their purpose, to help them push that purpose out of them, because I did not have the resources and I didn't have people to help me push out my purpose. So I have a passion to help other women just, birth out the purpose that God placed inside them.
Oh, that's amazing. And me and you been knowing each other for quite a long time, sis. I think we met through another friend, a mutual friend, and we have just been sisters connected since then. And so now we have my sister Tameika Smith. Can you hear us, Tameika? Because I think you're muted. You're muted. Hold on. Unmute. Hold on. Let me see if you can unmute. Can you hear? We can't hear you. Hold on. That's what happened when, we trying to do something amazing. So don't worry. Just, we got to get it up. We can't hear you. Don't worry. That's how it happens.
That's technology.
It is. It never works properly. I know at work, our systems go down all day long, and it's internet based. So that's can't hear you.
So many people are on the internet at the same time now because we're out. A lot of people are home, so
don't worry, we're gonna get our sister on. We're gonna get her on.
the other time I would have been able to pull it up on this phone. I go on Zoom all the time on this phone for my job with no problem.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Listen. And that's what happens. I love when this happens because it showed me that something powerful is about to stir. It's about to be released. Somebody gonna get a breakthrough. Somebody gonna get some key nuggets to start their business, to be an author. I know when stuff like this happen, somebody got something good to say for somebody out there that's watching tonight. So I'm just excited. I like when stuff like this happen. When trouble comes, you always know what happened when trouble comes. Somebody a breakthrough coming. That's what happens. That's a sign, so I love signs and wonders. I love it all. Just come, show up so we can show out. God is going to do it. So tonight I'm super excited because let me just go over a little bit of how I started Woman Winning Wednesday, because I feel like Woman Winning Wednesday, hold on a second. My daughter knocking over my lights. See, that girl inside. She knocking over my lights here. But I started Woman Winning Wednesday because I feel like women should be promoted. I feel like we should always be able to win together. And so when I first started Woman Winning Wednesday, I've seen some women that have been, other women actually degrading other women, talking about other women, de-edifying other women. And so I didn't want that to be a whole epic thing going on right now. Because I've seen some women that had copyrighted a book and they were, social media was killing her. And I saw some women that didn't know what Blackout Friday was. And people tried to kill her as well.
Oh, got some feedback. Okay.
Sorry about
that. But I get on my phone. Sorry about that, y'all.
Oh, you okay? Look, come on through. But I started Woman Winning Wednesday so we can support each other and that we can uplift each other and that we can show that women can work together. We all can win. We all can have a seat at the table. And we all have gifts and talents that we can, share on each other's platform. And it won't take anything away from the woman that's her platform, because no one can do it like you. Nobody can be you. And so I got my sister, Tameika Smith. Tell them who you are. Give them a little bit of who you are.
Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you so much, Chanel, for allowing me to be on the platform, to share this platform with you, because we're winning women and we win together. And since I have known you, you have always been a solid supporter. So thank you so much for all that you do and the encouragement that you pour out each and every day. Yes. So as for me, I'm Tameika Smith. For those who don't know who I am an author. I put my pain to purpose from writing books. I've written 3 books. I also help other women and also men push out their books as well. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a newly TLC distributor, just got director, by the way, on that. And I'm also a life coach. So whole thing is about transformation. It's about, the glow up experience from dreaming to doing. We got so much time. So let's do something with it.
That's right. That's right. And I'm going to tell you, I thank you too, Tameika. Me and you met back in when we met with some mutual friends as well.
Yeah.
And you were one of her side. You was like with her all the time. I seen everywhere she was at, you was helping her. Y'all was helping each other. And then I met you personally at my event. You came to one of my events with and where I was speaking at, talking about the celebration of life, and you supported me there. And so ever since then, and that's been a while ago, so it's been some years. So I definitely thank you for all your support, your love, and for all that you do for women. And you guys both have an amazing story, and I want to get into that a little bit because most people don't know your stories, because you guys are so, you show your success, but they don't know what's behind that success. They don't know what, like you said, push that pain into your purpose. And so I know that, Sharnetta, you have a story about, you lost your mom. I know you lost your mom, and that was a big part of your life. And tell us, how did you overcome that? I know, and I don't know if you want to share, but I feel like sometimes people, that's an important thing that you share with them about how to overcome. Because I lost my granny and my aunt within like 2 months, so 3-4 months of each other, and I like to lost it. It was like to be the end of Chanel Monique. But I thought about this. I thought about, my granny would have wanted me to move on. She would have wanted me to carry on her legacy. She wanted me to tell people what she taught me. So how did you overcome that at first?
Well, of course, it's still hard. It's still rough. My mom passed in 2013. So for me, it's still kind of fresh, so I'm still dealing with it. Still dealing with her loss. I still miss her like crazy. But I realized one day I was just sitting and God spoke to me and he told me that he had to take my mother. And, of course, I did not understand. I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't understand, like, why would you take my mother? Like, that was my all. I had nobody other than her, But he had to do that to get something out of me. He had to take my mom for me to really grow up. As I was in my 30s, my mom passed, and I was still a child. I still depended on her. I didn't, when I, went through things, I didn't go to God. I knew who God was. I was always in church. I was always a church girl, but I didn't go to God. I would run straight to my mother. So I put all my trust in my mother, and I didn't, I depended solely on my mother. But once God took my mother away from here, I had to grow up. I didn't cook anything. I was spoiled. I had to learn how to cook. My mom was sick. I didn't care. I took life for granted. I really did. I didn't care about if I had an apartment, if I had a job. If I didn't want to work that job, I'll quit because I knew my mother would take care of me. If I had an apartment, if I didn't, if I didn't want it or couldn't afford it, I would just up and move and didn't care because I knew I could always go back home, So since my mom been gone, like my life, at first it was really, really rough. It was really hard. And once I, got back into church and start putting my faith and my trust back into God, and my life started going in the right direction. Like you said, how your grandmother will want you to move on. I know my mother will want me to move on. I know my mother is proud of me right now because the woman that I am now, my mother didn't get to see this woman. So I'm still honoring her, even though she's not here. And I'm not going to stop. I every day I work hard to make my mother proud. So I can't stay down in the dumps. I can't, let my life go down. I can't just sit and wallow in my pain. I have to get up. I have to keep moving. I have to keep pushing because I want my mother's legacy to continue. My mother was a hard worker. My mother went after the things she wants. So I have to do the same thing, So every day I'm pushing, and I'm not just pushing for, for myself, pushing to make my mother proud. Because I know, I'm spiritual, so I know my mother's looking down on me. I know that she can see the things that I'm doing, and I know I'm making her proud. So just knowing that I'm making my mother proud, that right there makes me happy, so.
And that's what a Women Winning Wednesday is about, overcoming the trials of life. And that's what you're doing. And I know she would be so proud of you, of everything that you've accomplished and everything that you're about to do. And so I know me and you have like a personal relationship. So it's kind of like, I don't want to release anything of yours, but I just had to ask you that because I know that is a push to your purpose, is your mother. And so
and I have something major coming to honor her. I've been wanting to do something that will honor my mother for years, and I just didn't know what it was. And I got the vision. I grabbed hold of it, and I'm running with it. And I'm not going to speak on it. I'm not going to speak on it. I'm just going to let God manifest this vision.
That's right, and don't. And I that's why I didn't say nothing about it, even though, I'm ready to support it because it's very important that you support your sister's vision. And that's what Women Winning Wednesday is about, supporting your sister's vision, having a relationship with your sister, knowing exactly what she's going through, where she hurt at, and then being able to tell us, sis, you're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together, and push them and keep pushing them, because sometimes that's all a person needs is for someone to say, we're going to get through this. You're going to do this. and to pray with them and to pray over it. Not to pray, but to pray over it so that therefore their dreams come to pass. Because what you do for others, God will do for you. And so my sister Tameika, listen. And I know you got a story because I'm
over here like rocking, yes.
Go into detail about everything, but I know, one thing that you've told people, and I don't know if you're okay with that, but I hope so. You told people that you was homeless and at one time, but now you bought a house. You have a house now. And so tell people, how did you come through all of that? Listen, tell people, they need to know, because there's some women out there that's right now in a hotel, that's living, paycheck to paycheck, that's going through a whole lot and feel like they can't make it out of that rut that they're in, but you did it. So they need to hear from somebody that's already done it to give them a little push.
And so I'm just so thankful, and to God be glory for all that, all the things that I went through, because I'm one of those ones. Certainly don't look like what we've been through. Same thing for you, Chanel, the same thing for Sharnetta. And so when people see the smile, they don't know the story behind it, but I'm here to tell you, yes, I was homeless. It's nothing like, you cannot pay for a peace of mind. You can pay for some Louboutins, you can pay for a Chanel bag, and all that stuff make you, feel good with the luxury, but you don't feel good, inside. And what I was going through was, domestic violence. And so, especially in these times with coronavirus, domestic violence is on the rise. So, what motivated me to get out of that situation, because it was several near-death experiences. And so, it was a woman with a mind made up with 2 kids. One was in diapers and one was in pull-ups at the time. But I knew that I had to live for myself and for my children. And so, I was homeless. I was in a shelter for 10 months, but I still had a press. And so when that pressing, it evolved into some other things, and including, the house, the cars, everything that was removed, it got replaced with better. So I'm just so thankful. I put that pain to purpose with them books, and it went from there.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Putting that pain to purpose. Like you said, people don't know what you go through. They can see the finished product, but they don't know the pressing. They don't know the crushing. They don't know the shaking. They don't know the crying nights. They don't know the nights that you couldn't even think about what tomorrow was going to bring. I'm just saying, because I totally understand that domestic violence situation. I was also a victim of domestic violence, and I left without just everything in my car. I didn't even I didn't care. I knew that I had to live for me and my child and my family. I knew that if they buried me, oh God, how would this person feel? How would that, and that's all the thoughts that came through my head. And I left, and I thank God that I met somebody in Virginia, and I left. It's going to be 4 years, going on 4 years I've been in Virginia. I left with just the clothes in my car, and God replaced it with better. Tell them, sis, God will replace it with better. He has gave me back everything, double, triple. I can't even explain the joy that he's gave me back. So, and so you guys, I know you guys are authors. We want to talk about that, because a lot of sisters inspire to be an author, as myself,
We gonna do that book, girl. We gonna do that.
Look, y'all gotta help me push that book out. I need some accountability, because let me tell you, I'm always doing so much that I need to get it on, that book. I know that book is another source of income as well. I know that book gonna reach millions. So you guys, tell me about your books. I know Tameika, you got a couple of books out. So you tell us about your books, what your books are about, and what pushed you to write those books?
Again, so the domestic violence, because I've always been a writer, and it's funny how God will, use the things that we always wanted to do. I always said I want to help the homeless, then I ended up in a homeless situation. So with the books, in the shelter, writing out my outline, writing out my ideas. And so, and I was, seeing somebody at the time, and when I was starting to tell my story, he said, that's your ticket right there. You need to write your book. that's your ticket right there. And so I linked up with Tiffany Montgomery and started, getting a mentoring, because I know we can't be know-it-alls. We gotta, humble ourselves and know what it is to and learn from somebody that has done it already. And so, did the Bestsellers Project with her and Azarel. And so that was back in 2014. And so even though I did the course, still was afraid to write it. And it took years later to write it, but I had the know-how, the business know-how. And so with that, just like Lays, you just can't have one. So it went from 3 books later. The first book is called Shattering the Glass House. That's the memoir. And then the second book is a devotional, and it's gratitude. Gratitude. We all need gratitude. That's the key to success, is having gratitude. And so that's a devotional. And then I also have Glow Up Girl, and that's the 21 day to get out the toxic relationships, get out the toxic cycles, because you can leave a toxic situation, but you can have a new face, but you can deal with the same kind of stuff. We got to break the cycles to fully be out of these toxic relationships.
Oh, and how can they go and get your book? Where can they get your book from?
Yeah, so they can go on my website, glowupgirl.com. So it's without the W, so it's GLOUP, glowupgirl.com. And also it's on Amazon.
Okay, so
Yes.
y'all go and get my sister's book. Y'all done heard the story. Now, Sharnetta, let's tell us about your books, because I know you got some ebooks and I know you got some books. And tell us about all your books and your and how did you push those books out, because people need to know these things. It's like myself. Like she said, I've never arrived. I've always taken notes and learning from others. Trust me. And if you see your sister done something that you want to do, get some humble pride and ask them, look, sis, I need a little guidance. I need a little coaching. I need a little mentoring. Look, what did you charge? I'll pay for it, because I need what you got right there in that lane. So tell us about your book, sis.
For years, I wanted to write a book, but procrastination, set in, and I didn't do it. I didn't feel like I was good enough. I felt like I couldn't do them. I had brain freeze and everything, but I finally got it done. Thankfully, I got it. I wrote my first book in 2017, and that book was entitled No Dream Left Behind, a 5-step guide to overcoming your obstacles and achieving your goals. And I just took 5 steps to help people overcome obstacles, because sometimes we feel like, because of the things we went through in life, that it's the end of us, that we can't push past or move past our trials and tribulations, but it's not, and sometimes, like you said, others might need that push, they might need that push to achieve their goals and get over that hump of that obstacle. It's not the end of you. The things that you went through is not the end of you. It's for greater good. It's for a greater purpose. So I put that in a book. That, like I said, I wrote that book in 2017. I went on a book tour, that book, but I also let that book, after I sold out and I was all on the high horse about that book, then I went right back to procrastination again. I got to keep it real and be honest, because a lot of people do that. I went right back to procrastination. I said, well, I'm gonna put it on Amazon, and let Amazon do what it do, and I'm not gonna even promote it anymore. And I did that. I did that for a very long time, and I'm just now really getting back from 2017 to 2020 to get back out there and push that book again, because there are still more people that need that book. So like I said, it's on Amazon, and I still have I had a book that was prophesied to me by a prophet. And I have the title to this book. I have the chapters named out for this book. I have the book cover, everything. And this was back in 2018 when this book was prophesied to me. He told me that it would be a book of my story of my life, my complete life, like fully transparent about everything. And he told me that the last chapter in that book will be titled, "And They Lived Happily Ever After." So, well, I'm still waiting for God to write that last chapter. So that book is to be continued. It's coming, but it's not ready yet. I'm still waiting for God.
I'm grabbing that. Oh, like
What? Yeah.
Is it on?
And the name of that book will be My Pain Purposed Me for This. And that's my ministry in, and I'm just waiting for God to manifest that as well. But it's called My Pain Purpose Me for This, a birthing room experience. So it's going to tell everything. It's a tell-all book about my life, and he told me it's going to help women all over this world. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait for God to, finish writing the last chapter of that book. During this pandemic, I had time to sit, meditate, think, and everything. And God was just God has been downloading a lot of things inside of me during this pandemic, because I've been away from all the chatter. I've, just sitting still and can't go nowhere, can't do anything. So during this pandemic, I produced 2 ebooks. One actually should be coming out this week, no later than next week. But the first ebook that I did in this pandemic is called A Mindset Shift. It's called A Mindset Shift, and it's just basically helping people to change the way they think about things, their perspective, because I think everything starts with the way we think, our mindset. We can't expect to, accomplish all these new goals with the mindset we had back in 2019, because I know my mindset in 2019 is nothing like it is in 2020. I can't accomplish anything that I want to accomplish now with the mindset that I had in 2019. So it's just helping people to change the way they think, change their mindset to help them to achieve greater success and true happiness in life. The second ebook that will be coming out this week or next week is called 30 Days of Affirmation and Motivation. It's actually just 30 days of a motivational piece and the affirmation piece that you can speak for 30 days, because I'm big on affirmation. I love affirmation. They're very helpful. And I'm still waiting on God to download the third one. I wanted to do 3 ebooks. I was going to create a master course for mindset shift, but God shifted that, and He's allowing me to do 3 ebooks. And once I finish the third ebook, then I'm going to do all of that with one master course. And then there's some way, somehow, I want to integrate all 3 of those ebooks into one, but I'll change the name of it, but put it all into one paperback book. Yeah. So I'm working on that. And I'm just going with the flow with what God wants me to, do next. I believe there's a lot of books inside of me. So
yeah. And don't you love how God shifts you sometimes? You be having your mind set on doing one thing, and He'll say, nope, go over here to do this. Because like He shifted my mind from, I was not going to be doing Facebook. I was not going to be doing lives. But when I seen that we needed a Woman Winning Wednesday, I said, you know what, God, I'm listening. I'm obeying you. I'm listening to you. What you say do, I'm going to do. I surrender it. And so tell them, how can they get your ebook? How can they get your book? Where can they go?
Well, actually, my No Dream Left Behind is on Amazon. My ebooks, I actually have a link that can be downloaded. So if you guys will follow me on Facebook, I'm sure, I don't know if Chanel tagged me, but she will. So you can follow me, and actually the link is here. The link is there.
Somebody else's page. I did it. I was one of my friends, and she was one of their friends, and I started following her. And ever since then, it's been nothing but sisterhood, friendship, talking each other in dreams and visions. And right, it's been that long. So I definitely want everybody to follow my sister Tameika too. You see how I met her through someone else, and and that's what it's all about. It's connecting with people, and your friends will connect you with the right people, because evidently they connected to the right people if they connected to you. So I want everybody to connect. And you guys, I know y'all got a podcast too. So y'all ladies, tell us about y'all podcast, because y'all doing some amazing things. I aspire to have a podcast too. I was looking at my, let me tell you what my thing is though. Myself, I love to buy stuff and then just have it sitting there. And so I was looking at podcasts, mics, and earphones, and the styrofoam thing to build a whole little section, and it'll just sit in my house. So y'all tell me about y'all podcast and how y'all got started, because I'll just sit there,
My podcast is Queens Who Wear Crowns, and I actually do that with 2 other young ladies. And we just talk about life. We talk about, we're going to be talking about a variety of things. We just didn't want to sit and just talk about, just stories about our life. So we want to do like entertainment pieces and things like that. But we mainly want to motivate women to feel better about themselves and just let them know that they're still a queen. That they're still a queen, and we wear our crowns and we wear them well. And if your crown tilts or fall off, then you have your sister to help you, put your crown back on. But we started that. We actually were supposed to launch it, but then this pandemic happened. So we did do the little virtual launch, and we're actually going to have our next show actually on the 19th of this month, and we're going to be all together in one spot. So that'll be coming up next. We haven't announced that yet. I'm still getting the flyer and things together for that. But we just really want to just motivate women, young women, to know that we're queens. We're queens, and we can't settle for less, and we shouldn't settle for less. And we have to really understand what it means to be our sister's keeper. And we want to be an example and set the stage for other women, because a lot of times we are stereotyped as women that we can't get along. We're catty. We can't work together. We don't want we don't want the next woman to get ahead of us. So we want to set the stage and change the narrative on that women can come together and be successful and collaborate and do some amazing and powerful things together.
And that's exactly right. That's the stereotype. This is what was behind Woman Winning Wednesday, was the stereotype that us women can't do nothing together, that we always trying to be like crabs in a bucket. And we are some of the most powerful beings on earth, women. I mean, I listen, it was, and I hate to get spiritual, but it was a woman that told everybody that Jesus Christ came from the tomb. And so you guys, let me just tell you how powerful that was, because we was the first one to see the resurrection. And so you know how much power, if we got that same power in us that rose Christ from the dead, so we're some powerful beings. And so if we come together, do you know how powerful that would be? And that's my thing, is to let people know that you don't have to worry about your sister, be jealous of your sister, I hate on your sister, because God made you uniquely and perfectly made for your calling, for your assignment, and not no one else's assignment. I can't do your assignment, sister, because I didn't go through what you went through, and so couldn't walk in your shoes, because listen, your shoes was only given you was given the grace for that walk. I wasn't. That walk would throw me off. Or nobody could walk into Tameika's shoes, because you was be destined for that. God already had a plan for you set out to get you out of that and to prosper you and give you good success. But nobody else can do what you do like you do it. Because I be on your YouTube page. I listen to your YouTube, and y'all gotta tell people about y'all YouTube page. If you don't got a YouTube page, you gotta get one, get connected to YouTube, because that's the next tool. That is the next platform for social media. Not saying Facebook is going to go anywhere, but so you go to I watch YouTube all the time. I love it on my smart TV. That's all I watch is YouTube, because I try to cut out some of the negativity on TV or whatever it is. I can watch what I want to watch on YouTube, but on TV, it just has too much going on right now. But tell them, sister Tameika, about your podcast, because I know you have a podcast, and I know you have a recording. I know you have a YouTube. Tell them about all that you have going on. I'm just so excited.
Girl, because like my mom and grandma always say, you never put all your eggs in one basket. And so people might be on Facebook, you might have a different market over on YouTube, on as well, or whatever. But my podcast is called Meaningful Messages, because we need more encouragement out there. We need more people. We got a lot of noise going on. We got a lot of negativity going on. Let's change the airwaves and put some positive listening out there for the viewers and the listeners that need to hear it. And I'm on YouTube as well. That channel is called Tameika Smith. And we need to dominate. We gotta lock in with our sisters and dominate, and not be intimidated, not have envy, not be jealous. Somebody put the crabs in the bucket, but we can help each other to get out the bucket and help each other and eat those crabs.
I don't like no buckets. I don't like buckets. I don't like
right.
I don't like I don't like being in no four corners. I don't like that. I gotta be all out the box. And so
Right.
I want my sisters to be out the box too. Trust me. Who said that you had to be that way? No, you don't have to be that way. No, you don't gotta do the same thing somebody else do. If a sister come with you with a negative attitude, you just give her grace. Because that's what I do. I give her grace. I be like, girl, if you only knew, you ain't gonna take this joy. You didn't give it to me, and you ain't gonna take it away from me, because I'm gonna tell you what I've been through. Hey, I got to listen. I got to keep on smiling, because every day is a blessed day. You know, I don't care if it ain't nothing going on in my day. Every day is a blessed day because I'm alive. I'm able to open my eyes and to put on my magnetic lashes. But I didn't throw that in there. That's a side one. But
you sell, girl?
Huh?
You selling the magnetic lashes?
Oh, no. I was supporting my sisters. Look,
Okay. Well, I support another sister too.
yeah, I was supporting my sister, Moni, Brody from Raleigh. And so I bought some lashes from her for my mom, but my mom gave them to me because I was complaining about, you know, getting dressed on time. But these things are some of the, listen, ladies, get you some magnetic lashes. They work like a charm. Moni Brody, tell her I sent you. Let her know Chanel threw a plug in there. So you guys, I definitely am so excited to have y'all tonight. I thank y'all for getting on tonight. I do want to talk to y'all a little bit more if y'all got a little bit more time, because I think I don't want to hold y'all too long. I know it's a Wednesday. I know we all, you know, got busy schedules, but I want to talk to you guys. So I know that you ladies, like, God is the center of your life. God, I know each one of you guys, you know, because I hear it in your voice. I can feel it in your spirit, you know. And what would you tell a woman how you start your day, or how you continue to keep your relationship close with God?
I start my day with prayer. I start my day with prayer every morning. Prayer is my source. It's my source. It helps me. It works. It really works. And it helps my day. I command my day. I tell my day how my day is going to be.
Yep.
And I get up and I pray, and that's how I start my day. And I literally, I've been in Ratchet TV. I used to like all those shows, but I'm telling you, I have literally changed a lot during this pandemic. I have changed a lot. I don't even watch TV like I used to. I sit and I listen to worship music the entire day. I worship the entire day, you know, because there's so much that I want and so much that I need from God, that I have to empty out all of this junk that I had inside of me, and I need to be filled up with more of His Spirit. So that's how my day is. My day flows like that every day. And I'm so grateful that I have a mind and a heart to serve God the way that I do, because I wasn't always like this, and then I have fallen short plenty of times. But I don't start my day without prayer. If I don't pray, I feel like my day is off. So that's how, you know, that's how I start my day. I worship, I pray, I talk to God. Right now, and I'm fasting. I'm in the middle of a fast because I'm seeking God for some things. So, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. It's nothing like God. It's nothing like Him. If you don't know Him, if you're watching, you don't know Him, get to know Him. Trust me.
That's right. Get a personal relationship for yourself. Let me tell you, can't nobody do you like Jesus. Can't nobody do you like the Lord. And I tell you, from a personal relationship, that's one thing I do, sister, is start my day with prayer. I do not cut on that Facebook. I do not touch that phone. I do not cut no TV on. I'm summoning. I am surrendering. I am grateful. I start with an attitude of gratitude for Him just showing me another day, because I tell you, you know, somebody didn't wake up last night. And there was been times where I was told that I wasn't going to wake up. And here I am living 9 years past what the doctor told me that I was not going to live. And so I just thank God for the roof of my head. I be thanking God for our health. I thank God for everybody that I'm connected to, especially my sisters. When I get on their lives, or when I get to hear their podcasts, or I hear their YouTube page, I'm sitting there praying for them. And then I pray for my Facebook friends. I let them know that, look, somebody's here for you, sister. So if you need prayer, listen, reach out to me. Go to ChanelMonique.com and send me prayer requests. And I'm on a prayer team I'm on a prayer team for some evangelist. He sends me prayers to pray for people. So I'm telling you, that's all I know is prayer does work, like you said, sister, and manifestation work, because I can think a thing and it can happen. I can say I'm going to connect with somebody and they'll end up hitting my inbox or calling me. And I'd be like, I was just going to do it, but God beat me to it. So, and Sister Tameika, tell them how you start your day. I know, because you got a lot when you start up early. So
Early, yes. So I definitely got to start off my day in prayer, just like you ladies, in worship and, giving gratitude. And, when you get bombarded with life, before you even start out, you just got to, you got breath in your body. Be thankful. Thank God for living. We living on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. And so with that comes a lot of responsibility, being a mother and, praying. And they know that it's not just Sunday, Wednesday over here. It's every day. It's not for show. It's not, for anything else. It's for the glory of God. So, and Sharnetta was talking about legacy and, praying, and my kids know how to pray. That's a blessed thing. So prayer is the center of everything, because without God, I don't know where I would be. I could be, in a padded house and not, I'm talking about a White House, but, as far as that, the white padded house. So I'm just thanking God that, he turned a lot of things around and situations around, and it's not, all about the tangible things, but, simply living is a blessing. So I'm just, so forever just in a place of gratitude. So, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be grateful, because when you're grateful for the small, God can trust you with the much, the more. He can pour out a blessing you don't have room enough to receive. And so I know you guys, I know, and let me just go over a couple of things. We all helping women win. I want to know, are y'all coaching? Do y'all have a time to take on a couple of ladies? Because I do have some ladies that, may need your help as well as me. I know I need a little bit of accountability. I need somebody to stay on me for a couple of things, assignments that God has told me to do. But, hey, get distracted. So are you guys opening up, because you guys are life coaches, mentors, and are you doing any, when the pandemic is over, doing any speaking engagements? Because that's another thing too, because you guys speak. So tell me, what you think.
I don't have any speaking engagements, but
You had an event, though, we were supposed to do, but
yeah, I was about to speak on that. Yes, I had an event that we were supposed to do, but then the pandemic happened and the place closed down and all that. But we're still going to do that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'm actually going to get back online and look up some other places or things places that we can go to have that event. So I definitely still want to do that event. Also, I think I already told you before about the Purpose Pushers. So that's just like a group of ladies, so now that things are opening back up a little bit, then we can start doing a little more. And that's just helping these ladies. And we've been doing like things virtually, like little labs together and things like that. These ladies who want to open businesses but don't know how to. Some of the women in the group didn't even know what their purpose was. So I've been working with them and helping them with that. And, some ladies have started things. Two of the ladies who actually doing the podcast with me joined Purpose Pushers. They were in Purpose Pushers before we even started the podcast, and we started that together. And one young lady, she's starting her eyelash business, and I told them, I said, you don't have to go out and look for your first client. I will be your first client. I don't want anything free. I'm gonna pay for your services and everything. So that's the only thing far as like coaching and helping, other people that I have been doing. But I'm definitely open, and I'm ready, and because I'm very passionate about women finding out what their purpose is and walking in it. I believe we all were born with a purpose. And sometimes we just have to figure out what that purpose is. And my purpose is purpose and helping other women discover their purpose. So I'm definitely open for helping, anybody that's willing.
Don't be mad when I reach out to you, because I feel I can connect people to the right people. Like, I am a connector of people, and so I have so many people that I know that have great qualities and can do great things. And so I want to put people with people that are going to be able to help them. Like you said, I'm a dream pusher. I believe the impossible. I believe anything. Anything over here. Like, I don't see a limit. What limit? What? You ain't got the money. The funds gonna come. The resources gonna come. All you gotta do is just take that step of faith. Just watch all your needs. Watch everything fall in line. Watch the right people come and help fund your dreams. I believe it because I've seen it done in my life. So my sister, you can tell them about, your coaching and speaking. I know you got a lot of things that you're doing. So
yeah, so definitely open to helping other ladies. And speaking of sisters, I've linked up with an image consultant, London Nicole, around maybe midnight tonight. We're going to have that landing page ready. I'm going to use my expertise with writing books, her, PR experience, her image consulting experience, because I'm a firm believer, you support a sister, you're gonna pay for it. Just like I supported my sister Tiffany Montgomery, investing in that. We need to invest in ourselves instead of being consumers. Let's consume the right things. So 40 ladies, the first come, first serve, and first pay, we'll be able to get into the glam zone. We're going to teach you how to write your book, I'm going to be that midwife to help you get that book out this year, not wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Time is of the essence. Let's use the time that we have. Let's get these books out. People need to be healed. People need to hear your story. Let's get them out because somebody needs it. Somebody needs to hear Sharnetta. So many people, not prophesy on here, but so many people are going to be blessed by your servant. Your servitude is going to bless you beyond anything that you can imagine. Same thing goes for you, Chanel, more than you can imagine. So we got to be pushers for other people because God has pushed us. He has put people in our lives. They may and we have the legacy, just like with Sharnetta, with her mother. That legacy is going to pour out into so many other things. We have legacy, and it's not about just our children, but it's about the people, because we are created for such a time as this. Not to preach on here, but you need us.
Let's use you. This ain't one of them platforms that's trying to stop the Holy Spirit. He's welcome here. He welcome anywhere. He welcome here. The Chanel Monique. Now I ain't gonna stop it, but it would be like church. It's time to go home. No. I need you to push back through because it's something coming. I feel it. Go ahead, shift that atmosphere. So use that. Look, use it, girl. Look, somebody's watching right now. That's looking for a word from the Lord. Go ahead.
There's so many people, and my sister Victoria Nicole, she launched her book, and I helped push her book. It's so much pain, talk about, and Sharnetta was talking about this too. We go through so much dealing with these books and having this pain, and God give us the desires in our heart. He put it there for us to have and for us to carry it out. And so when we have these books within us, it hurts because we're thinking about, what people gonna think about us, and are we gonna fail? People talk about a fear of failure, but there's also a fear of success, and that was my fear for a very long time. And so I had to get myself out of situations with the mindset, the lack mindset, the lack and getting off EBT. I had to get back on it, but I got back off of it. And not living in shame, because that's another thing too. So we got to use the purpose that we have, ladies, because people going to need us, and people need us right now. And so the procrastination, that's why we're creating the glam zone. I'm going to talk about the things that I learned, and it might look good, but it won't always good. It might be successful, and we can be our own worst critics. And so I'm just here to help other women and to push it out, to be that midwife, because it can be painful when you're creating. It can be.
Yeah, and that writing wasn't one of my qualities in school. So I could add and I could subtract and I could go to lunch, but when it came to writing, that was not one of my qualities. I'm ebonics over here. I'm putting words together. I know some of my posts, y'all be like, that girl, but I got it. You know what I'm talking about. The Lord just blessed it. So you guys, I'm super excited. Thank you guys for coming on, because it was such an informational, amazing session, because you guys are doing everything from you have books, ebooks, you having podcasts, you're doing shows, you're speaking, you're coaching. And listen, that's what women's supposed to do. They supposed to keep their plate full. You worried about eating is that you ain't got enough on your plate. You need to get more on your plate if you got too much time on your hands to be worried about another sister's what she eating. I'm just saying what she doing. And so we come together tonight to give you guys a little inspiration, little encouragement. And I have some other women on here, and what would you give? Closing remarks, what would you tell a woman tonight? What would you give them an encouraging word or about life, about what's going on, about pushing their dreams, about coaching or podcasts? If they decide they want to start a podcast, what would you tell them? Give them some nuggets on, little encouraging words.
I would tell them to keep pushing, keep moving forward. Don't worry about your past. Don't worry about what people, don't even worry about people and what people would think. If you have a story or something inside of you that can help another woman, then go for it. Your voice needs to be heard. Don't worry about your past. That don't even mean anything. It means nothing. It means nothing, because you overcame your past, and you overcame your past for a reason, for a greater purpose in life. And God would take those bad things and make them good. They seem bad, but he'll make them good, and he'll use them to help another woman, because there are women out here that need to hear your voice, that needs to click online and see their podcast rolling and hear what you're saying at that particular time. They could have been on the verge of suicide, but when they clicked on Facebook and that podcast was playing and you were sharing your story, it stopped them from putting a bullet in their head. Oh. So I would tell any woman to move forward in your dreams. Don't worry about your past. Just think of the other women out there that needs to hear your story, that needs to overcome the same thing that you have already overcame.
Oh yes, thank you. That's correct. That don't worry about your past. Your past is making your perfect testimony, your perfect story. Listen, your perfect future. And I tell you, from having a rough past, I let it hold me back sometimes. I let the things that I was going through stop me from doing certain things. Now, I'm doing it with the mask on right now. So you guys, but I don't listen. I practice your safety for who you are. I masters. What's it called? Quarantine. Do whatever they say do. Follow the laws of the land. And
it's purpose in this pandemic. I've been telling people it's purpose in this pandemic. If people did not take this time and use it as an opportunity, they missed it. Point blank period. They missed it.
That's it. They missed it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Tameika. Go ahead.
Yeah, because people overthink things. And what I would say for someone that might be listening that don't know how to get started is to not overthink it. Just do it. Let's fall forward. Don't fall back. Fall forward. You learn from your mistakes, and you get some fine tuning. You humble yourself. You get some mentorship, and you keep the ball rolling. Don't care about what other people think. People got some stuff in their closet that that need to get cleaned up. And so you can help somebody. For one person that's the critic, you got 3 more people that's cheering you on. It's people that cheer me on that I haven't even met yet. You never know how you can encourage somebody just by you sharing, you know, your story, by you saying something and listening to your voice on the podcast. So you got to keep it going. It's for you. It's not for nobody else. It's for you, and God want to make you his highlighter.
That's right. Tell them, y'all. Listen, if you ain't got something good tonight from this, I'm telling you, you missed it. You missed it. So go back and listen to it again. I just said, tonight I am so excited to have my sisters. I got all my sisters. I was going to have that theme song on. I got all my sisters with me, you know, and so I tell you, because it's good for us to get together and come together. And where there's 2 or more gathered, there he is in the midst. And there he's going to break through to somebody that's trying to get to what you guys have. And so you might not look at it as, you know, that people are watching and they see the great things that you're doing. So continue to do them. I tell you, continue to do them, because I'm watching you. I watch your shows. I see you on Instagram. I follow you on YouTube, because I'm watching and I'm inspired by both of you for many years. I mean, just because of the way that you guys have supported sisters, just because the way you guys have persevered through all of your trials, the way you guys keep coming back with new material, new books, new podcasts, new ebooks, new shows, and new speaking engagements, new events. So, you know, I can't wait till we all can get on the stage together and look, rock it, a conference out, because that's what I see. I see a conference coming. And so you guys know, I feel it. I feel the conference coming, and I'm going to speak it into existence right now. I feel there is going to be a woman winning conference. It ain't got to be winning Wednesday, but it's a woman winning conference. Or I see y'all coming up with y'all conferences for y'all books and podcasts. So I just am excited, you know, just to have y'all on. And I'm honored that y'all even took the time out y'all schedule, y'all busy schedule. How can they get in contact with you guys if they want to get coaching? Because I know you already shared your page, but how can they get in contact with you if they want coaching, or how can they get to your page or your website? You guys tell them how they can reach you.
They can reach me via Facebook. I'm always on there. I do answer my inboxes if they're not weird. But Sharnetta Purpose Coach. Sharnetta PurposeDriven. Purpose Coach is on the other page. Sharnetta PurposeDriven Bennett. Like I say, Chanel has tagged me in several things, so you can just click on the tag and follow me there. Also, you can send me an email at the pretty perfect brand at outlook.com. And I'm also on Instagram as Purpose Coach Sean.
Purpose Coach Sean and Tameika.
Yeah, so anybody that want coaching, whether it's life coaching, book coaching, you want to get on that glam zone, get in that 40 women club that we're creating, you can email me at coachmetameika, that's spelled Tamieka at gmail.com. On Instagram, on Periscope, Twitter, Tameika Smith. And yeah, just follow me on Facebook. I'm on there as well. YouTube. My YouTube channel, Tameika Smith. So I'm somewhere everywhere, and I am accessible, as long as you're not a weirdo. But yeah, I'm very accessible.
Now, hold up, y'all ladies, wait a minute. Now, sidebar over here, because y'all know I like to have fun. Y'all know I don't like to be just, look, no fun in it. Laughter is key to the soul. Let me just tell you. And I love to laugh and have a good time.
Me too.
Let me just tell you. Now, these weirdos, look, if you want to be a weirdo, we're going to give you a disclosure. Buy a product. That'll make you not a weirdo.
That's right.
But support a sister, that'll make you not a weirdo. You know, that gets our attention. Let me give you a little bit of game over here right now, y'all. These weirdos and these sisters that, you know, that sit and watch, that don't support. Look, this is sidebar over here, but I have to do it because, you know, I'm not scared to say what other people they ain't saying. I'ma say it because I feel like that's what my grandma tell me. You don't know how to shut your mouth. And I think that's what has made me like my mouth. And so, I feel like your sisters, if you see another sister, support another sister, buy a product, buy a book. I have books I showed of all my sisters, and I'm going to get your book, and I'm going to get your book because I know that now you done told me where it's at. And I'm gonna read your book and support your sisters by going and buy their products and then turning other people onto their products, telling people about their coaching business, giving them the referrals, because it's enough out here for all of us to eat. Look, I'm just telling you, it is. Turn a sister onto their podcast because you never know what that sister needs. Sometimes we can't reach everybody, and everybody ain't meant for us to reach. So my sister might can reach her, or my other sister might can reach her, and that might can help her. And that, you know what that'll do in return? Now you know how good that'll bless you because you bless somebody else. And so I just come tonight because that's my thing is showing sisters that we can support each other. We can have each other on the platform. We can pay for each other your course. We can buy each other book. We can Tina's jewelry. That's my sister of the week. Go to her page and get her jewelry. It's something for $5. Now we all got $5 to spend. So I mean, we spending it on Mickey D's instead of spending it on Mickey D's or Taco Bell. Go and get some jewelry, some accessories. So she has rings. She has all kind of earrings. Go and get you something to help. Listen, like Tameika said, to enhance yourself, invest in yourself, because listen, when you look good, you feel good, you do good. I'm telling you, when you look good, you feel good, you do good, and then you won't have to be jealous of another sister because she doing her thing. She looking good. And when you compliment another sister, That's another thing that we got to start doing. We can't be scared to compliment another sister and tell her she gorgeous. Oh, great job, sister. Congratulations. You're doing an amazing job, because you never know what it took for that sister to get to that point. I celebrate everything, and I don't care if nobody don't like it. I don't care if they don't, say congratulations. I celebrate every accomplishment because you got to understand how much it took me to get to this place. No, if you go through domestic violence, you don't understand how it took a sister to talk about that story. It took something out of her. If you go through losing a loved one, you don't know how much it took out of that person to be able to talk about it, to write about it, to even encourage someone else while they're going through their pain. That takes a lot. So you got to understand that we all going through something. We all been through something, but we all breaking through. We all breaking out of what we've been through to prosperity, to the next level, to new dimensions, to new territories. But if you can't celebrate your sister, you will never get to her level. You will never get there. I promise you, because what the anointing that you respect is the anointing that you will get. So you got to understand that when you respect somebody for their gifts and their talents, that's when God gonna highlight your gifts and your talents. And if you don't know your purpose, you get with somebody else who has a purpose. Help them push their purpose. Help them push their book. Help them push their event. Help them push whatever it is they're doing, their nonprofit organization. Because I know, Sharnetta, did you have your nonprofit? Is it right? Or have you started yours, Tameika? Because I know we sisters.
I had one. I had my own.
Don't let me get the brief. I get going in here.
You're already there. You're already there.
Already there, girl. That's right. That's your daughter. Yeah, you already there.
Yes, no, because I gotta tell about, because women these days, they, like Sharnetta said, they are stereotyped, but they never was taught how to love because they missed the love from their mother, their father, or from somebody who they were taught how to hate, or maybe, it wasn't even taught. They was never taught the right way to do things and given that guidance, and they don't want to go and humble themselves and get that guidance. They don't want to know that God is love. If you can't love God, you can't love your sister and brother. How can you say you love God? You know, it's just point blank, period. He said for us to love our brothers and sisters, we love ourselves. You know, we got to love, and that's going to show love is by doing, supporting others. And it ain't got to be money. It could be a share. It could be an encouraging word. It could be an uplifting, you know, thing, telling them that they doing amazing. It could be, you know, just something out of the, you know, being pure-hearted. Most people don't understand that it's got to come. It's your heart that God is looking at. He ain't looking at your outer. He ain't looking at what kind of car you drive. He ain't looking at you, you know, your wig. He ain't looking at your lashes or your teeth. He's looking at your heart to see where your heart is at. And that's how he determines it. You know, you're going to be blessed, but he wants to give you more. He wants to give you the land. He wants to give you the houses, the cars. He wants to give you the people to mentor. But he's looking at what is in your heart. Is your heart hardened for your sister? And so I tell you, the way to break that is to start doing one thing at a time. Start by encouraging your sisters on Facebook. If you see a sister doing great, tell her you're doing great, gorgeous. Good morning. I say good morning to everybody. Don't let Tameika, I'm on your post.
Yeah, you do. Early in the morning. Good morning, gorgeous.
Good morning. I'm on your post. I'm going to be on there. I'm raising the hands up. I'm letting you know you're doing amazing. I'm so proud of you. I just want you to know that don't stop doing what you're doing, because listen, it's impacting the world. And that's what we're here for. We to build the kingdom of God. It ain't about us living in wealth and riches, and it's to build the kingdom of God so people can see him through us. If we hating on each other, how can somebody want to say that they want to follow God when we ain't showing a good example? We ain't being an example that we call to be. I'm just saying. So it starts with us sisters, because we are the teachers, we are the mothers, we are the coaches. People watch us. They look at us and they see this. So if we trying to teach one to reach one, teach one to reach one, or reach one to teach one of them saying, just one of them. You know, I always have it backwards, but but we got to do that. We got to show people that this is what it's about. This is how you're supposed to behave. This is the way you're supposed to be. This is the etiquette you're supposed to have when it comes to your sister. And I'm passionate about that, because I wasn't born with any sisters, but I love to have a sister. My daughter grew up being like my sister because I had her at 16, but she's my daughter. And so look, I have to say good evening, Linda. Thank you for joining. I'm over here watching it live too. So, but we all got to come together and support each other, because it's enough for all of us. It's enough for all of us. It's enough for all of us. And I say one more time, it's enough for all of us. All of us. All of us. This pandemic is gonna, raise up some millionaires. This pandemic gonna raise up some dreams and some goals. Say it again. Hold on, claim it, because you better claim it, because I claim it. I know. This pandemic is gonna raise up some millionaires. This pandemic is gonna bring up some new businesses, new homes. Oh God, rental properties. I know it's coming. I already see it. I know it's coming. Whoo! New cars, driving the best, eating the best. That's what we're supposed to do.
That's right. He wants the best for us.
That's the best. He's a father. Why would he want the best for his children? And most people don't understand that we don't have to fight for your father's love. You don't have to fight and be jealous or compete for your father's love, because he's gonna. Just because he bless your sister don't mean he can't bless you, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
The crazy thing about it is the woman that's hating on that, she can learn a lot from the woman that she's hating on if she would just, humble herself and get out of her own insecurities and not be broken and bitter. And if you want to be made whole from a whole woman that you can learn from, and we can eat together. What good is it for me to be in this big house if I can't teach another sister how to come up too?
That's right.
We can eat at the same table, and I can teach you how to do it if you're willing and obedient to learn from me and not think that you know everything.
Say that one more time for the people that didn't hear that, because you said it a little bit. I need you to say it a little bit louder for the people that did not hear what you just said, because I'm excited about that part. You said that. Say it one more time.
Girl, it was just coming out, but if you're willing and obedient.
Willing and obedient.
willing and obedient, because there's some terms and conditions behind it too.
That's all right.
Yeah, but for willing and obedient to get to your sister and not be broken, not be bitter, not be hating, not be gossiping, not be sharing screenshots, talking about one another, and come together at a table. You can sit in my house and I can teach you if you're willing and obedient. Because this walk ain't easy, but I can walk with you, sister. We can lock hands, sister. We can pray together, sister. If you want to do the work, we can work this thing out. Because God created community. I was one of those females that say, oh, I don't like dealing with women. No, God created community. I need to be around some sisters. Some sisters that's not going to hiss at me when my back is turned. Not going to tell my business to somebody else. I need sisters like that. And God, when I became friendly, God created that for me, and he's still continuing to do that. So we have to learn not to be bitter and broken and to humble ourselves, and God will create. He will bring the people that need us, and we will humble ourselves, compliment each other, just like Chanel do. She be up early in the morning, just like I am, you know, saying good morning, gorgeous. She might not always get it back, but her heart, because God checks the heart of all of us.
Yeah.
And so he's checking all of that. So we got to come out of this nitpicking and acting like we 5 and 6 year olds and be the grown women that we are.
That's right.
That's right. You said, I don't look for it back, because I know that there are some broken women and when I healed, that's when I can go hard at helping, encouraging, and uplifting others. When I heal from that hurt of the past, when I heal from the hurt of, like you said, dealing with other women. I've had some relationships that ended, and I didn't even know why they ended. I'm like, what did I do to you? And I didn't even stress it, because I knew it was God's plan to move me forward. Without that, you know, sometimes he ends things, and sometimes he sends the right people to begin new favored connections. And so we can't look at like, okay, I'm mad at that sister. No, I love my sister. Even if she don't talk to me for the next 5 years, I'm going to go hug her if I see her. Now, trust me, if we see each other on the street, she's still my sister. I'm not talking about her behind her back like, oh, you know, she didn't like me. She blocked me on Facebook. You know, she didn't answer my phone call, you know, and, you know, they're going to a, well, this is what happened. No, you would never know that me and her fell out. You would never know the situation, because that ain't nobody's business for you to be talking about your sister. You need to be talking about, well, you know she a go-getter, well, you know she got a book coming out, well, you know she got a show coming up, do you know she got a brand new Benz, do you know she got a 5-bedroom house, you know, do you know she walk with the Lord, you know, you can't, I don't look at people's flaws and dictate my behavior. I don't let what they do dictate my behavior. I continue to do what Christ told me to do, what God, follow the Christ. I follow God. I follow what he say do, and not what people, you know, want you to do, because it ain't them, it's a spirit inside of them. And so I can't be mad at that spirit that's inside of them that hasn't healed or hasn't been released yet. And sometimes that's what it is. It's a spirit that hasn't been released, a spirit of jealousy that hasn't been released, a spirit of hate that hasn't been released, a spirit of unforgiveness that hasn't been released. It's a spirit that's in them. And so, and when you could tell a sister by what she produced, you could look, if you want to know a good friend, watch what she produced, watch how she act, watch how she talk, watch her actions, and then you will know that sister, oh, I could trust her. Oh, I could trust her. I could ride with her. Oh, I could support her. You will know a sister by what they produce. And so I tell you tonight, ladies, look, I ain't gonna get too far, because I know we done went over time, but I want to thank you guys for coming on. I want you listeners, look, if you on Facebook tonight, join us next Wednesday. Look, Woman Winning Wednesday, we have Dr. Tameika Dean on here. Oh God, I can't wait to have her on the show. If you don't know Dr. Tameika Dean, connect with her. She has a amazing ministry. And so I'll tell you guys, these ladies, connect with them. If you heard something tonight, that you heard something, and it's in your spirit to reach out to these ladies. They the most humblest. Listen, I tell you right now, I can't wait to keep promoting them because listen, they my sisters and they don't, I feel like they don't do enough of promoting themselves because they so humble. They quiet women. They quiet, powerful women. They quiet, powerful women over here. They got books, they got ebooks, they got podcasts. Now, that's the type of ladies that you want to be surrounded with in your circle. Women that are moving and shaking. Like my sister Tameika said, fall forward. Listen, you got ladies in your circle like them. They inspire you. They motivate you. They encourage you. They uplift you. They already done showed you what they resume hold, because I got it right here. So they already showed you. I can't even give them enough credit tonight. So get connected with them, y'all. Meet us back here next Wednesday for Woman Winning Wednesday. It's going to be an amazing, and I'm going to share this, you guys, and I'm going to share it with you guys. You can post it on your YouTube channels, any handle that you have. And I can't wait to have you back. I can't wait for the conferences. I can't wait for the new books. Tag me in them. I can't wait to send me your pages. Your websites. Send me all of that so we can put it on here, because it's a woman that needs to reach out to you that probably missed it. Is going to listen to it again. Last week we had 1.K. Then the week before that we had 1.2K. Viewers. So you guys use this platform, and that's another thing I say. Use the platform that you give it. Don't be afraid to tell what you've accomplished, what you got going on, how they can reach you, because that's my goal. My goal is to connect us all together, because we all connected in a way. That's how we know each other. I'm connected to a person that I was connected to somebody you knew and it got to meet you. I was connected to somebody you knew and got to meet you. And so, and that's formed a relationship that I can't even explain how it's been a blessing to my heart and to me, my life at a time of need. For y'all support and for y'all love and for y'all always encouraging and for y'all always giving up your time, because when you give that, that encouraging word, and you do your podcast, and when you do your YouTubes in the morning, that drives me. Somebody need that. That drives me. And I'd be like, I got to get up. I got to do something. I got to get up. So it is, Sharnetta, I see you posting your pictures. You up, you doing your ebooks, you doing your shows. I'd be like, oh, I got to get up. I got to do more. I got to do better. I got to do better. It pushes me. And you need that. You need women around you that motivate you. It's not a competition. It's not, it's a motivation. That's what motivation is. If you got friends around you that are not inspiring you to do better, you need some new friends. You might as well throw the whole deck away. It's a bad head.
Yes, a bad head. I don't want
I love you, ladies. Thank you for coming on. I am honored that you accept my invitation. Meet us here next Wednesday, you guys. Facebook Live. Meet us here again at 7:30 next Wednesday, Woman Winning Wednesday, with Dr. Tameika Dean. I'm so excited to have her. You guys go look at her YouTube. Now, that's a person that has a lot of YouTube followers. But I just tell you, we can all learn from everybody that comes on Woman Winning Wednesday. So until next time, I love you. I'm praying for you. I speak blessings over everyone's business. I speak blessings over my sister's businesses. I speak blessings. I speak increase. I speak overflow. I speak good health over your lives and your family's life. I speak that you're going to have a connection from this live that is going to be dynamic. That's going to be Kratos power going to come from this, and it's going to reach out to somebody's life and change it. I feel like somebody going to get a breakthrough tonight from this live. So I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. And don't forget, next Wednesday, 7:30, same time, same place, ChanelMonique.com. If you need prayer, don't forget to go to ChanelMonique.com, and I'm always there to pray for you. I love you, and then go to subscribe. Hold up, listen, I can't close out. I got my 4 closes like a pastor, but you know how a pastor got 4 closes? I got 4 closes. And go to YouTube and subscribe to Chanel Mitchell. It's Chanel Mitchell on YouTube. But go subscribe, meet me at Instagram, go over there. We have some little fun over there because I like to have fun. So if I'm on Instagram at Chanel_Monique, Monick. So reach out to me and if you need prayer, if you need anything, if you just want to reach out and talk, you know, I'm here for you. That's what I do during my day job. My 9 to 5 is an enrollment counselor, and I enroll people in mental health counseling. And so that's why I'm so super excited tonight, because I had a great day. I didn't have any weirdos, like, I didn't have weirdos today. I like to have fun, y'all. So reach us back here next week, same time, same place, ChanelMonique.com. I love you guys, celebrity style hairs and wigs. All right, you guys have a good night.
Yeah.